Hi guys, my name is Tom Antos, and in this video I wanted to show you the Varanus SV2 motorized slider. It's made by Photon. It's a European company that makes sliders, dollies, cranes, jibs. They also make shoulder rigs, things like that, all kinds of camera accessories. I thought that I would ask Akash, who's a friend of mine, also a talented filmmaker and photographer, to kind of help me out with this video and show you guys what you can do with this unit, especially since Akash has a lot more experience than me doing time lapses, and I also think he has more fun doing it. So anyways, take it away, Akash.
Thanks, Tom. Hey guys, my name's Akash. I'm a photographer and filmmaker in Illinois. Tom was kind enough to let me test out this motion control rig from Photon Accessories. It's called the Varanus. It can do time lapses, video, stop motion. So I had a chance to test out some time lapses out in the Southwest, like Death Valley National Park. I went to Zion National Park, somewhere around Mount Whitney, and a couple other places. Here's a little behind the scenes of a time lapse shoot we did in Zion. We are at Kolob in Zion National Park. I think with this, we're going to get a rotation around this tree with the Milky Way. It should look pretty cool. So this is a Photon Accessories Varanus. It's a multi-axis motion control rig that you can use for video or time lapses. Freaking ridiculous and super rugged. We've dropped it all over the place in the sand. I mean, there's sand in all the parts, all the motors. The motors work even if the thing's vertical, on an angle. It's kind of crazy how powerful this thing is. So we're just, scratching the surface of what it can do. Pretty awesome. First, I want to show you some of the video functionality of this awesome device. And I thought, you know what, my dad's out of town. He's actually in India right now. So he's got some really cool architectural stuff going on in his house. So I thought, you know what, let's go to his house and we can build up a couple shots from scratch and see what happens. So I have the Varanus slider with its slider motor. I have the tilt attachment. I have the controller, which I have actually locked into one of the legs. It's pretty cool. The accessory they provided allows you to basically hang the controller unit from the slider. So how this unit works is basically you set an endpoint for your axes. So right now I'm setting an endpoint for my slide axis, right? So once I have the endpoint for my slide axis where I want it, all I gotta do is hold down the OK button and you'll see it says end accepted. Next, what I do is I'll hold the menu button and it'll pick the other axis. So now where I want the tilt move to end, so I'll set my tilt move to end maybe here. I see some garbage in the background that I'll get rid of. So maybe I want my tilt to end here, and then I'll hold OK for that. Now all I have to do is move the slider to the starting position. So in this case I have it all at the end. And so now you'll see that I have my endpoint for my slide and my endpoint for my tilt selected. So now all I have to do is adjust the tilt to how I want it to start. In this case, I want it to actually start on the chandelier, so way up there. Okay, so now if you look, we have both our tilt and our pan. Sorry, if you look, we have both our tilt and our slide axes in the correct start position, and they have the correct end position as well. One cool thing is I don't actually have to save the start position. What's going to happen when I press OK, and you notice I have the speed set to 20 and the ramp set to, we'll set the ramp to 1, is when I press OK, it's going to execute that move for me. Pretty awesome, right? Now if I hit OK again, what it's going to do is do the exact same move in reverse, back to the original position. In this case, I'm going to slow down the slide to 10. I'm going to ramp it up to 5. And if I hit OK now, it's going to slowly go backwards, but it's going to ramp with a little more acceleration. So what I'm trying to do now is set up a time lapse starting basically up against the tree and revealing that sun star. I may or may not get it, I'm not sure yet. Basically I have a 450 shot time lapse going at 1/10 of a second per shot and a 3-second interval. So it's about 1200 seconds or 20 minutes, which should be just enough time for that sun to get all the way down. I quickly wanted to talk about my experience using the Varanus slider system. Overall, I think it's an amazing product. I'll get to the things I loved about the slider. First, let me talk about some of the drawbacks. I think the number one thing for me, in terms of the biggest drawback, was the fact that you couldn't have 3-axis motion all simultaneous. It only allows you to either control the slide and pan, the slide and tilt, or tilt and pan on a tripod or not on a slider at all. That's something that I think they definitely need to include in a future update. Maybe it's just a future update of the controller there, and that would be amazing. But as of right now, you can only do 2 axes of motion simultaneously. And that's a bit of an issue because competing products, a lot of competing products, which might be a little more expensive, they don't really have that limitation, or at least the ones that I've tried. Having the ability to do a slide, pan, and tilt simultaneously would have allowed me to do shots where I start on the foreground, and as I'm tilting up, I'm revealing the Milky Way, and then also tracking the Milky Way as it travels across the sky. I think that would be amazing. Having said that, a lot of times you can get amazing shots by using just 2 axes or 1 axis. It really depends on what you're trying to do and what story you're trying to tell with that specific shot. Oh yeah, I fucking hate how loud this unit is. It is ridiculously loud. In one of the videos, they're like, oh, you could use this for weddings. There's no way you can use this for a wedding. This is loud as shit. You'll get your ass kicked out of the church so fast, it'll be ridiculous. All right, so let me talk about some of the things I loved about the unit. First off, it's extremely rugged. In terms of durability, it's up there with the best. Every piece that they sent is really well machined and really solidly built. I got sand in every little portion of the unit, and it didn't phase it even a little bit. I beat the shit out of it. I'm not one of those guys that necessarily takes the best care of their equipment. I don't want to spend hours cleaning and servicing a product. If I buy something, I need it to be able to get the shots that I want to get without having to baby it. No, I just want to get there, quickly set up my shot, and get out so I can get another shot. This unit definitely allows me to do that. I love the durability of it. I love the simplicity. The battery life is ridiculous. Like, it's unbelievable. It lasts for like 70 or 75 days on one single Sony NP battery. I don't even know how they do it. They should like contact Elon Musk and be like, look at us. So yeah, to recap, extremely rugged, awesome, very lightweight, easy to use. Battery life, just unbelievable. The bad stuff, really loud. You can't do 3 axes at the same time. Another thing that would be amazing, kind of far-fetched considering what the UI is now, but a lot of other systems are allowing you to control and at least set up your time lapses or your video shots from your phone. I know Rhino has something like that. I know Kessler just launched that with their Second Shooter Plus. That would be dope. Photon, if you're listening, make this interface dope. It'll be good for you. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this, and obviously thank you, Tom, for giving me the opportunity to review this particular unit. Also thanks to Photon for sending us this unit. If you guys want to see more of my work, check out my YouTube channel where I do some time-lapse tutorials as well as some landscape photography tutorials.
All right, thank you, Akash. So, as always, if you guys want more information about, maybe if you want to check out Akash's work, or for example, more info about the Varanus SV2 slider, then you can check out the links below in the description of this video, or also go to my website at tomantosfilms.com. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.